Capricorn. This is Ms. Joan of Ms. Joan's Tarot on the Hill, and I am here to talk to you about the last week of February, being the 20th through the 26th. We are programming the cards, and I have the three in front of me from the prior overview. We have the Ace of Swords, the Empress, and the Five of Swords. So let's go ahead and add a few more cards and see what this all comes out to mean, because it's so fun to have an idea what's coming up, right? Let's go ahead and look at it. Okie doke. So now we're going to go ahead and lay out a few more cards, see what's coming. So let's just see what's going on here. All right. So we had the Ace of Swords, right? We were talking about the gift of power in this situation. So somebody has given you the reins and said, hey, I trust you, you handle it, okay? But interestingly enough, we have the Nine of Wands, which shows me that while you have the control of the situation, you're also on the outside with your ideas. So either the person who handed you the reins didn't know that, or they do know that, and they like that about you. So your individuality may come into play as a good thing, or maybe not. So Justice is the card below that, which is talking about fairness. And we need everything to be fair. You want things to be fair. You want to get paid for whatever you do, whether or not they like it or not. A way to balance this, we talked about this last week, was being able to give people options so that they can choose an option and move forward, right? That way, everybody gets what they want, and even though you have control, you're doing the right thing by not getting yourself muddled in not making any decision whatsoever when there's too much on the line, right? So you don't want to make too many decisions when there's too much on the line for someone else. So you will offer options, let them say, oh, yes, yes, no. And then the yeses go into play and the no's don't. This way they aren't overwhelmed with 30 options. They're only given a few. And that way they feel better. They certainly feel like they're having a part in it. And yet at the same time, they're not stopping themselves from moving forward for you. The Empress is here to say that an area where you're blocked, meaning that you're not going to be able to wish anything into being right now. There's all going to be physical labor in the process. The King of Swords has shown up, so there will be a bossy fella or bossy energy here that you want to pay attention to. Even though you have the control of the situation, you're still going to have to answer to somebody. We were talking about offering options to somebody. This is the person you want to offer the options. They just don't want to have 52 things to look at. They want a few. And then they want to be able to move forward without having it be a big deal, all right? And of course, we are talking about the Page of Wands. This is more information about something you might have to learn in the process. Pay attention to what's being put on tap. If you come across a part of the project being something you just don't know anything about, it's time to learn something. Let's go to YouTube and learn something, right? We do that all the time. We're doing that now. It's a good thing. It's self-fulfilling. And you can do what you need to do, and I think this is awesome. So pay attention to this process. Learn what you need to. Make sure you've got the okie doke from the swordsy guy, and know that it'll be physical labor that gets you where you want to go, even though there ain't no wishing this thing to happen, okay? So cool. This is the Five of Swords as part of your solution, and that's you taking your power back. The gift of power is one thing, but it can be overwhelming as well. If you haven't figured out the whole offering of options, to offer up a way for other people to have less to look at and more control in their own way. This is a good thing. You want them to have as much control as possible, because that way they will be satisfied with the results. Okay? So one more time, we're talking about the Five of Swords. You've taken your power back. You're giving options. Everything is getting handled. We have the Emperor, which means that you are creating a really nice foundation for whatever you're doing here. The the work that you're doing physically is creating an actual physical foundation for something really, really good. Okay, and I want you to know that by doing this, you're opening yourself up to more options. The Seven of Cups has shown up. You have some really nice other options happening. It might be that other people are getting wind of your abilities and are wanting to hire you as well. Um, but also, it could just be that you are suddenly in demand, and that's kind of nice. So, you will have options presented to you for other things to do. Please think it through and consider the possibilities and allow for the opportunities. Okay? This is good, very nice, very awesome. Um, I like this. This is going to be a good week for you, Capricorn, and we will talk again soon in March. Okay, have a good month.